Hello guys and welcome back to yet another episode of League of Legends. I'm trying to get some out there. It's a bit late for me, got a slight headache, might cough, got some tea, which I might sip from, but aside from that, should be good. I'm feeling decently energetic still. It's like, I want to say it's early, but I'm really tired as well, like internships and stuff. I don't get nearly enough sleep anymore. But regardless, in-game, going up against Riven, playing Jax in the top lane. I don't ever play Jax normally. Um, but like all the bruisers got banned and I was first pick and I just wanted to pick something that would be that I thought would be the nearest to the bruisers, because the bruisers right now of course are very strong. And picking most other things would be more counterable, I felt, than Jax. So even though I never played Jax, actually Jax was in terms of mastery, the lowest rated champion of all the champions I played for mastery. And I picked him up this game. Blind pick, so got Riven picked into me, which I play a lot. I play a lot versus Riven. Let's put this right, by the way. I play a lot versus Riven. You see me play, like, I feel like I play against Riven like in 70% of the videos I'm playing top lane. So I do know what Riven's gonna do. The downside is I don't really know what Jax is gonna do. I know how to play him in the jungle, but I feel it's quite different in lane. And I'm not sure like how aggressive he can go, so I'm just gonna go and try it out. Of course, I already played it, Baron replays. I would like to start recording more when I'm actually playing it. I think it would be a good idea. It also saves me some time afterwards, because like now I have to just play it and I have to talk over it. Of course, it does help with my concentration. And if I suck terribly or if the game is just boring, which now that I'm in just playing ranked and like in quite low elo, most games aren't that impressive. But I thought this game was kind of fun, so I'm uploading it anyway. Besides, I need some content. Missed the first CS because I think it's not as much the 80 damage, but starting without Doran's Blade or whatever it's called, Longsword. Win the first trade just of the E ability. I started E. I think many people have a tendency to start W, and I think it's a bad idea. Like I feel like E is probably the normal thing to do. So guys, anyway, I think you should start E. Aside from that, I wasn't too sure about what the max is Jax. I just went for E. But you see that happen anyway. I think W mastery isn't that important. I think it can easily go less. Q mastery is very important, but not necessarily so for lane, I think, especially in a lane where I felt I had to be careful. Of course, Riven very dangerous. Riven also picked up Ignite while I have Teleport, so I want to play safe. Of course, find out that I win the first trades easily. I have consumable advantage as well. So, gonna get some really good early trading on. Riven even takes like a lot of damage from minions. I of course am not farming too well in all of this, but it's okay. Starting out really early, by the way, is now pushed into her turret, so she can free farm a bit. She uses her consumable or potions. She only has one. I have like the flask and 3. So I'm doing decent. Try and zone her off of getting CS. Not of course, but I can't really walk into turret range. That doesn't, like, I'm not Garen. I can just Q someone in turret range and still win the trade. Because she went so aggressive, I figured Udyr might come. It was a bit early, but I didn't want to take this trade and just have Udyr walking up in my back. So I ran away from her. Didn't have to in the end. Because my cooldowns were still down because I didn't trade, she can jump back onto me. But as my cooldowns come back up, I can chase her quite easily. Don't really have a lot of mana. Do have a couple of flask charges left. Of course, Riven doesn't have any health. She just flashed as well. Did she? Oh, she didn't just yet. Well, it'll come. I get some mana back. I'm very much in control of this lane at this point. Of course, Wave is still pushing against Riven, so she is going to be able to pick some up. But right now, I'm just going to try and let the minions do as much as possible. Kind of weird trade here, but yeah, there's the flash. So I could have maybe flashed after her and killed her, if I anticipated the flash at least. But I'm quite happy doing it like this. Of course, still not sure where Udyr is. Of course, Udyr should around this time definitely be able to gank. But it... Alright, I take too many. I wanted to go for her, but it took too many tower shots. I have teleport, so I can easily go back and teleport back in. Riven in the meantime, she is gonna pick up some farm. You know, good for her. But she's gonna have to back at some point. There's no way she can shove it all the way back into my turret. But she is gonna get it pushed against me. She's gonna have to go back, and she actually is gonna have to walk. So I get free. You know, I get to choose what I do with my lane. I actually end up teleporting because I want to get an experience advantage most of all. And if I shove this into her turret, I can roam with probably level 6. Even if I get level 6 and she does show up in time, I could probably like really outrate her for a bit. Level 6 of course with the passive on the ultimate is such a big power spike for Jax. Level 6 of course is also a very big power spike for Riven. But I'm gonna have a slight experience advantage which I can abuse. I think we saw Udyr show up in mid lane. Maybe we'll see him do it soon. I think we must have seen him already. Because I think that's the reason I went hard on Riv and didn't really get anything for it. Other lanes doing quite well. I think CS wise both lanes are kinda behind, but it's not too bad. Like no one's died, which is always a delightful pleasure in any game, especially in ranked. Gonna ward again, bought a pink ward because I feel like I'm in control of this lane. Riven getting slightly better at dodging my E. We get first blood from bot lane. And let's see. I think Thresh might die. No, he's gonna be safe. It's gonna be fine. Udyr comes in though, so it might be dangerous. I can go onto Riven because we see Udyr, of course. Lux is missing, but I do have a pink ward. Item wise, I bought a Fem Scepter while Riven bought a pickaxe, so good for her. Gonna activate my ulti, gonna dive, gonna flash out because I don't want to take a second turret shot. I know I'm gonna take that one, but I didn't want to risk taking the next one. I'm just gonna shove it in because we just saw all the members, well except for Lux, but you know, Lux. Lux has to hit her skill shots. So shoved it into her turret. I'm gonna go back. Got a decent CS advantage now, got a kill on her as well. Still got a pink ward, so don't have to worry about that. I expect that some will probably go and try and gank me because if Riven gets behind, she's just totally useless. Well, Riven getting out is pretty good. That's one of the many reasons people say always camp a Riven lane. And that's maybe one of the things you should always watch out for as well when you play against the Riven. People tend to camp. Your gold advantage actually, funnily enough, not that great. Mid lane is missing some CS and bot lane is also missing some CS. That makes up for the 2 kills of even jungle. Of course, with your power farming. I guess it makes up for 1 kill more in my farm. Riven walks back into lane. I have an item and I have a cutlass and she has a pickaxe. I got an item advantage and a whatever you want to call it. I always forget. Experience advantage. She didn't activate the blade, so I can go pretty hard on her. Didn't she have it? Maybe she activated it previously. The ult from Lux came in. I didn't even see it in the first game. In the game itself, I do see Lux coming in, but I'm not afraid of Lux. They totally missed Udyr coming in, because it goes the wrong way and. Yeah, this isn't going too great. Want to get back onto Lux. It's not gonna work. Wanted to try and juke out Udyr, but no such thing. Still doing, it's not horrible. I got a kill and like my lane opponents didn't get the kill. Udyr got it, which of course is great, but it's not too bad. In the meantime, my mid lane gets some free time. Shoves it into the turret. Might get a free back out of it, not sure what he's gonna do. In the meantime, bot lane, just having some fun. She's gonna die. I guess that's a bit troublesome. Mid lane, not much happening, I guess. Not sure where Lux is. Maybe she went, I think she went back to base. Must have gone back to base because she was quite low for me. I teleported back into top lane because Riven was shoving. Of course, she had to. While I was being dead, she had the time to walk into the lane. Whenever I don't hear though, like the trading isn't that great for me. I picked up Ninja Tabis though, so like she didn't pick up anything. So in a pretty decent spot. In the meantime, mid lane kill Udyr and together with the jungler. I think they might get Lux. Lux splashes, probably not. I'm not even. Oh, Riven is building Hydra. Gonna get some jumps in on Riven. Not sure what that was. Just for the trade, you know, activated my ulti as well. She's very low again. I still have my floss to nom on, which I hope I'd start pretty soon because I'm low on mana. Gonna take more tower shots than I really like to because I don't know. Shit wave positioning. Yeah, I guess just try and shove it into the turret, try to deny your fire, maybe dive again, though that's probably a very poor idea. Take a lot of tower shots more than I really should. And she walked forward again, so you know I feared that Udyr was gonna be around. Don't want to deal with that, just gonna stand here. I think if I can get the jump on her, I still kill her, because once she's stunned I should do enough damage in the follow-up. Riven, however, I think backed or something. Expected me to back. So I just once again get a free shove into the turret. Fully regen from my flask. We see Leona coming in real quick, but no Riven. So it's just Leona, but I'm not sure what's following her. In the meantime, we see that bot lane, all our supports also there. Very chaotic. We know that Leona is coming in. They're not gonna get Lux, which is a shame. Ult goes completely wide. People coming in from all sides. Me, the jungler, Leona's way up there. Almost got Xerath. Udyr jumps in. Many people in our team low. But I think everybody's gonna get out. Udyr does pick up Thresh. I pick up Udyr and Trist picks up Leona. In the meantime, Miss Fortune's just shoving bot lane. But we have some free time on the inhib. Unless Riven is gonna show up. And Lux went base. And we kinda knew that because she was really low. We see Riven all the way back here, like no clue what she's doing. Like maybe if one of the really low people was still there, but why would they ever be there? I get some free time on the turret, but don't really want to die to something cheeky from Riven. She does activate her ult, but she walks. Well, I don't know. I didn't want to take the fight, and Riven, I'm not sure if she expected me to try and stick with her or something, but we ended up just walking straight through each other. Ramos comes in for the chase, but Lux also shows up. I'm really low on mana, so I don't really want to be there. So I'm just gonna go back. Teleport's almost off. I don't think I'll buy home guards just yet. I really like buying home guards on most champions. Good catch from Misfortune, she should be dead. No, flashes out. Re-engage from Leona, it's 4v3. Tristana just shoved out bot lane, so she's gonna join in as well. I'm gonna join in as well. We see Riven in the top lane. My teleport will be up pretty soon, but I'd rather just make it worth that I'm here. And Drake is up as well, so more than me waiting, or maybe for my teleport to be up and doing something, or possibly running up and maybe teleporting down again. Just engage onto Lux. We do manage to chain the CC well enough. My stun into hook, into Xerath stun. We see they started Dragon at the same time, I think. Ramos Ethic is gonna survive. We're gonna catch 2. Leona is still here, but yeah, you know, we lose a turret for getting a Drake into kills. And I'd say that's worth. I take that straight. Then of course mid lane is still free. Leona was around, but you know, she's not gonna defend it. Riven is top, the rest is dead. This will just take a shove. I guess maybe I wasn't necessary. I could have gone up top first, but I already saw Remus coming up there. I'm sorry, guys. You know, gonna taunt Riven on the turret. Doesn't get much done after that. I'm not gonna cut her off. I just went to base. Pick up the play from King and home guards. Yes, so like I said, I do like picking up home guards early. 5-on-2. Me just being out in the field, you know. Even if I'm just in lane, if I'm split pushing, as long as I'm pressuring something, I'm really helping my team, because they almost always need 2 people to stop me at this point already. Which is why home guard is a pretty good purchase. Together with teleport, of course, you know, I'm not Maokai or Hecarim, so I'm not really gonna do that, but it could help potentially for some sneaky engage. Ramos shoved in the wave. I catch it here. Does kind of awkwardly sit here at the edge of the turret range again, so probably gonna have to wait for the next wave. Do take more tower aggro. I really want this one. And I think I'll take 2 more tower shots just to get it. I just won. Well, that's not too bad. Took some tower shots, but no one's here. I still have my flask. Lux shows up. Don't really know what else is around. See Rivens, so definitely not want to stick around. But you know, we see a lot of stuff going down around here. You know, we have 4 people here, and at least Misfortune is there. So if a fight breaks out here, which should be pretty doable, we have a lot of engage. Lux would need to be there. Try to catch out Lux. I should probably have activated my ulti there, but I figured I could get away. Gonna activate my ulti here, which is really useful. Then gonna just manage to attack that one, so I almost died to the red buff. But you know, that's just tower points. I get out. Ramos is you know, kinda in the middle. Xerath joins though, so that's pretty even-ish. Yeah, not great though. Because Xerath is really skill shot reliant against, you know, Riven, who's just dashing around, and if he gets hit by Lux, pretty bad. In the meantime, bot lane getting caught as well. So basically for me, just barely escaping, we lose 3. Not great, not too worried about it. I could shove up here earlier to get a bit more experience, mostly, not necessarily CS. I think I'm gonna miss this one. Yeah. But what I want to do is I want to catch up Misfortune, and basically it goes exactly like this. Hold on to my my Q for quite a while, and it's just Leona. I hit a couple of minions instead of hitting Leona. I'm gonna chase her because my Q is almost up soon. You know, but her stun comes in before I can stun. I could have cancelled my stun maybe earlier. No, cancelled Ega's stun earlier. She managed to stand on there, so don't really want to jump in. At the same time, not too scared. Then Lux comes in, gets free Q off. Not too worried. Activate my ulti in time this time. Gonna walk out. Just gonna go back. I think I've teleported, so I can go onto anywhere. Tristana is in the meantime stopping the split push from Riven, who has now picked up her Hydra. So you know, it's getting more and more into the game. But what am I picking up? Just, you know, going towards the face, going towards Triforce. Doing really well, feeling confident. You know, going for the 2 core items on Jax. In the meantime, mid is just being held, bot is pushing, top is pushing again as well, I think. Maybe not actually. And we collapse onto mid lane. There's a hook on Leona. Of course, Leona's not the primary target, so I'm just hitting this. But then, like, the fight just starts. Tristana shoots them out, which makes me miss my stun. Don't really want to chase Udyr because that's kind of useless. I see that they have Rivens, so I'm gonna go for the stun on someone else. Not sure who I think I went for Misfortune. Misfortune activates her ult, but I flash out. And we are 3v4. Flash hook misses, so that kind of cancels any plans we had maybe. Of course, Tristana pretty good as soon as she can get onto the tower. You know, Lux stands still against Thresh, so she gets hit up. That gets taunted, gets hit by whatever else we have. And that's basically the turret for us. In the meantime, I think top is slow pushing at this point for us. Just barely. So I'm just gonna go over there and, you know, because Jax is pretty good at split pushing. Still have my teleport up as well. So you know, that was kind of the plan. But the team did mention that they would really like me to be there for 4th. So, you know, really watching the teleport, not just going pure gates. Also because I think, you know, I don't really want to dive if it's Riven or Udyr. I'm not gonna dive them, so that's kind of just a stall 1-for-1. And I think I can be more of a presence. I'm worth more in a team fight than I am just standing in front of someone who's trying to farm on the turret. So let's see what happens. Leona goes for Trist, but she doesn't have that much backup just yet. Ramos comes in as first. Leona actually trades pretty well against Tristana, that must be said. Kinda chaotic, of course. Leona does die, and suddenly 2 more people come in. I'm looking for something to teleport to. I first tried to hit the cannon minion here, but it died just before I got in. Bit slow reactions there as soon as it joined. Riven is gonna escape at some point, not gonna chase because there's more, you know, relevant targets, people who are actually a threat to my team. I should be able to catch up to Misfortune because she doesn't have any dashes. I can jump at any time. I'm gonna pick her up. Riven does manage to escape it, like half health. She's probably just gonna shove. Because that's what she's been doing all game. And we're gonna pick up Drake. Maybe someone should have just gone over and helped it. Maybe. I think this is decently fine. We see Lux almost gets the steal, but Rem is good controlling the smite. I take the lantern, but Lux, you know, the slow doesn't really get. He don't really get anything. Then Riven is just split pushing. I think she's gonna get it. Yeah, she should get it. I don't really want, you know, I'm kind of low. Don't really want to die. Ramus does flash and taunt though, so that's a pickup for Trist. We lost a turret, mid turret for it, which is not great. Should probably have been able to do it better, but it's decent. We got a 5k gold lead. And we're all just basing and getting ready for the next step in the game. Trash gets caught out. It's kind of a shame, but it's not too bad either. I think my plan is just going to be to go top lane because he's pushing against me again and just, you know, create that pressure. Of course, this time I won't have teleport. But, you know, Tristana is decently fed at this point. Ramus can tank a lot and taunt. There's decent peel in our team. So I think that's the plan. Of course, I also see Udyr coming here, so I know I have to stop the split push. Udyr, his name is Vaporized 3. And I know Trick2G likes his Vaporizer. So I figured, I felt, you know, I felt what was gonna happen. I felt like he was just gonna go constantly run at our turrets all the time. But of course, I don't have to be too afraid of him. Of course, don't underestimate anyone if you're not 100% sure he's gonna one-shot him. He doesn't show up here though, so I kinda just do whatever I want. I think we saw Riven, either Riven or Lux just showed up with me here, top lane. So the only thing I have to be careful of is that I don't get Kun squatted. See no one here though. Riven, we see her running back, and that's getting, you know, kinda weird situation where Tristana and Ramus are in between Leona and Thresh, or Leona is in between Ramus and blah blah blah. And then like then there's these two, and then there's us two. And of course, Misfortune is already out of the game. Starts off as 3v4 in their favor, but as soon as Kirot and I join, of course, this is a rout. Udyr, bitch champion to chase. Not gonna get it, not gonna bother. Because I didn't feel like that was gonna happen anytime soon. Then Lux is over here, which I feel like I might be able to catch out. Which I do, and then Ramus managed to follow up with the taunt. He's gonna leave it to me as well. It was decently close, but not that close. Riven and Tristana trade lives, which is not really, you know. Tristana was more fed than Riven was, but it's decently okay. Gonna pick up the red buff. Misfortune tries to see if she can get it, but of course is scared away immediately. Bot lane is pushing against us. Nothing I can do, but Xera's gonna farm it, and just to push it out, I'm just gonna take this. Of course, I'm all alone here right now, so I have to be very careful. As soon as you see anybody, you should probably back away. Because I don't know how much backup there is. Of course, we have decent warding, so I'm gonna see most. We see Udyr here. So right now I know I can take this wave out and then be back before anything weird happens. Gonna use the red buff to kill a lot of the minions as well. Top lane is auto pushing, so someone's gonna come and pick up this wave because it's a lot of money. I'm just gonna base, and I picked up a giant spell because I felt like I needed a little bit more defensive stats to survive fights. More than that, I really needed more damage because I was kind of beating everyone in terms of damage. Just anyway, but in a team fight, I could still be at the center of it and just take a lot of hits for people when I wasn't 1v1ing. Actually, now going for the random wins, I've been needing a slow, like for Riven trying to run away, for Udyr trying to run away, for Misfortune and to a lesser extent trying to run away. Everybody's been trying to run away from me this game. So I figured Renounce Hurricane would be pretty good. Catch a Riven here, but she's just gonna dash Ballerina all over the place. Not, you know, I can't spend my entire game chasing people, so I'm just gonna shove this. I'm like, if Riven wants to come and stop me, you know, so be it. I'll face her. Of course, we now see her flanking while we get a turret. I think, you know, the whole team turns around, so Riven is kinda, you know, dead, really dead. And then they go back in while I'm still split pushing. I do have teleport, but there's no ward here for me to teleport to. Not really interesting to watch me do anything, because basically I'm just gonna be hitting this turret. While the fight goes down here, I didn't actually catch this. I knew it was happening, but I thought we were in a pretty good spot. Of course, we start out really well. Yeah, and then still good. Misfortune getting a lot of hits in. And then Lux just gets some good skills off, which is kinda, you know, it's kinda a shame. But not too, but yeah, no, I mean, we got the turret. They hung around a little bit too long, I guess. I only got one turret. I would like to shove this in, or just kill Lux, or just kill Misfortune, but you know, it's not really safe or anything. So this is gonna make sure they're not gonna rush Nest or anything stupid. Well, most of our team is dead, leaving some wards in their jungle because, of course, I upgraded my Sidestone early on. I'm gonna take Scuttles as well because it really helps with your vision. You can clear wards, but you can't clear Scuttles, I think is how Crappa put it. Just gonna see, check and see if anybody's gonna come and catch me. I see that the blue buff is respawning, and at the same time I see Riven here, Udyr here. And this is kind of a shit position for me to be in, because I want the blue buff, but I don't want to be getting sandwiched. So I ask for assistance. Thresh is pinging, he's gonna assist me, but I also see Lux at the same time. I see Riven split pushing, so that's what I'm gonna do. Try and stop Riven. She runs away though, so probably has a ward somewhere. Just gonna shove it back out. In the meantime, we're seeing that Ramos kind of gets caught out by the Drake, so I TP in immediately. Turn the tide, doing a pretty good job. Of course, Tristana joins up as well. It's gonna basically 1v1 Udyr, gonna pick up Leona as well. Ram is still chasing Misfortune. Think we should be able to pick it up. She turns around and doesn't get anything. I'm gonna base again because I want to stop Riven from doing anything stupid. Xerath is doing the same thing. Tristana and Ram should easily be able to pick up the Drake. Lux is still there. And I think Thresh is gonna try something funny. I mean, there's, you know, potential here to get a killer. I think they're gonna get her. Yeah, they get her. Nobody's gonna die. Took a bit longer than maybe necessary, but nobody's gonna die. Ramos has died to Drake. Riven runs away because, you know, we're two here. Is this our third Drake? Can we see that anywhere? Yeah, it's a third Drake. I'm split pushing with Xerath. It basically means that on the last few times when I was split pushing, I wasn't that sure about just pushing on because I didn't have vision of enough people. The team was putting enough pressure, but just Xerath and me together, it's gonna take a lot to stop us. So feeling decently confident, of course, is not necessarily super efficient. Xerath kind of just walks off, Riven joins in, so Xerath comes, joins. Of course, we can push quite easily. The bot lane stuff goes down, but Trist is really fat at this point, so it's kind of fun. Ramos is coming in for backup, Thresh is kind of just pushing mid. Lux and Riven here, you know, don't really want to take the fight, especially if it's going to be on the turret anyway. Not really worth it. I guess they have a ward here because Lux tries something funny, but she forgets that I can do hops as well over the wall. She has to flash, and basically just for me taking an E. Just gonna stop the Riven split push right now because I'm kind of tired of Riven taking the mid turret, almost taking my turret here. I think she took this turret on her own as well. But you know, since Lux was just around here, still missing some other people that just respawned or came med base or whatever. Gonna take it a little bit careful. Of course, we have decent warding. You're gonna kind of catch out Riven. Don't really want to fight again because I don't know where everybody is. Riven playing fairly aggressive makes me think there's gonna be backup, but I'm not seeing any. By now I figured they would have probably walked in. So I'm just saying, Riven, I'm so tired of your shit. Gonna get the randomness off. I don't have really bought and managed this great super well, but fairly easy pickup anyway. Continue to shove, you know, split push checks. In the meantime, bot lane is doing pretty well. 1 for 1. But I think if she kills this, she might be able to jump for Lux. I think it's just gonna be a 2 for 1. Yeah. So you know, I killed Riven, 2 people dead bot for our jungler. Triss is really good at taking on turrets, I'm really good at taking on turrets, and even in the mid lane we get a huge wave shoving into the inhibitor. Lux tries to defend, but I'm just saying, Lux, just let me kill this turret, I'll come to you just in a moment. Lux doesn't want any of it though, so I'm just gonna hit the inhibitor. Don't really want to take a second rotation of spells, especially because I don't have ulti anymore, so just gonna rotate over to mid lane because that's just free to pick up. I do want to pick up the carry wave, carry minion. You know, for the monies. Aside from that, just gonna mostly pick up the inhibitor. Trash in the meantime started the turret inhibitor, we got the bottom one. I'm just gonna go over and pick it up as well. Everybody respawned though, so I don't think we're gonna be hanging around here too long. Riven and Uri are already flanking. Here I was just like, Trash, good luck. I'm out. Do whatever you want. You might be able to fight it, but at this point, you know, 50-50 chance is not really, you know, we should be able to get much better ulti fights than that. So as Udyr's, I'm not sure, but he took some damage for something, I'm sure. And Rammus comes in, makes it really easy. I'm just farming this basically, and then Riven kind of walks back into me. I have my randomness up again, so I'm just gonna finish that. Legendary right now at 10-1-5, and I think that might be my finishing score as well. He's gonna shove it back in, finish the inhibitor off. I know that Rammus and Trash can do that, so I can just take the minions where I want to. Of course, not to an extent that we're gonna lose pressure anywhere per se, but you know, it's something. Kinda hanging around doing nothing, the waves are kinda still building. People still coming in, so I think the call is, well, I know the call is. And the call is to go back, shove to Nash, and then just finish it. And I think you'll see all of us back. Maybe not Xayah because it just came in, and of course Trace also came in. She's just gonna pick up the red buff. Rammus was pretty healthy as well, so I guess he's just gonna run straight to Baron. Maybe pick up Blue. Me and Jax are gonna come in from the other side. And let's see, yeah, pick up Blue. Twist coming in. I'm pretty sure we're just gonna go straight for Nash after. Pick up Nash, yeah. Xayah's already gonna do it. Of course, they're not really even gonna bother going out. The second they go out, they lose their base. They should probably know what's happening. If we backed instead of just forcing the end of the game, which was more risky. You know, this is just the guaranteed finish, you know, the textbook finish. We're gonna do it, no contest, and just run straight mid because you know, we essentially probably only need one wave, and if it's gonna take more than one wave, you know, they will come in on their own because they're super minion waves. Also the 2 super minions because we got all 3 inhibs, so that should be okay. No split boost required, of course you do have teleport, but at this point not really necessary. Gonna bring in the waves, they're gonna try and clear it, but you know, it's still kinda early. We're doing a lot of damage. I picked up my Triforce, so I can do a lot of damage to turrets. Of course, Misfortune is gonna crit me a couple of times, which I don't really want. Tristana gets a kill though. Just gonna continue picking stuff up. In the meantime, I can just, you know, get free hits in. At this point, it's 1. I'm still hitting it here. I'm gonna, you know, just dive into the fountain real quick together with Rammus. Of course, I don't take any damage. And then the minions finish it off for us. So yeah, guys, I hope my mic was working because it has a tendency to not sometimes, and I really hope it did. Because I've been talking a lot, and I actually really enjoyed myself talking this time. So I hope you did as well. If you want to see more, please leave a like, comment. You know, especially if you have any champions or roles you'd like me to see attend. Definitely. Also, let me know if you prefer me playing ranked, which is kind of low elo right now, or just normal queue, which is like, you know, the gold plat border, I'd say, something like that. So yeah, let me know. In the meantime, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one, and bye bye.